Hi, today I'm going to show you how to easily get started with 3D printing by utilizing the vast amounts of free online 3D models you can use to print out. If you're not already proficient with 3D modeling software, this is a great option for you as you can print out already existing models to serve your needs. So let's get started. There are a few different sites out there which allow you to download free 3D models and print them out on your own. However, the largest repository of free 3D models by far is Ultimaker's Thingiverse. So here we are in Thingiverse, and here you can search up practically anything you can imagine, like plant pots. And you can find that you can see all sorts of unique designs for plant pots. Or you can go to Thingiverse's homepage and see they've got all sorts of really unique designs available for you to check out. One thing that you should definitely check out is Benchy. Now, if you don't already know what Benchy is, it's a 3D model that individuals use to benchmark their 3D printers and see the print quality and time that it takes. So this is the official 3D Benchy, and if you haven't already printed anything out, maybe this is a cool thing for you to check out as your first print. Now, in my case, I want to print out the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So what I'm going to do is just search up Pisa Tower and see what comes up. So looking at these models, I particularly like this detailed model right here. So I'm just going to click on this. And looking at this preview, I really like this model. I'm just going to click on download all files. Now the files are right here. These blue .stl files are the 3D model files. I'm just going to download these. The 3D models have been now fully downloaded, and as you can see, there is a zip file downloaded to my device right here. I have now unzipped it, and you can see if I double click on it, I can go to files, and here are all the 3D models of the Tower of Pisa. So as you can see, these are all .stl files, which are 3D model files. If I want to print this out, I have to turn these STL files into G-code files, which tell the 3D printer what exactly to do, how exactly to move the extruder, where exactly to put filament. So what I've got to do is put this into something called a slicer. And the slicer will convert this STL file into a G-code file. So since I'm using an Elegoo 3D printer, I'm going to go to the Elegoo Cura, which is the slicer that was provided to me with the 3D printer. So now that we're in the slicer, let's drag our STL files into here and get started. So I'm just going to take these files and put it in. Not this file right here, because these two are the same, except this one just has supports, as it says here. So I'm going to drag these models in. And here we go. So there's a few things you should notice about the slicer. First of all, this box you see right here, this is my build plate. It shows me exactly how much area I have on my 3D printer and how much space this is going to occupy and where exactly on the printer this is going to be. So I can move things around a little if I want. For example, if I press this button, I can move things around. So I can move this over here. I can move this back here. I could move this over here. So that's all up to me. I can also do a couple of other things. So I can rotate this. I can make this lay flat, for example. I can reset the orientation. I can change the size of this. For example, if I make this 50 millimeters, it can get sized down. So there are a few different things I can do over here. Once I'm satisfied with the look and the layout of the 3D model upon my build plate using the slicer, I am ready to look at the print settings. So right here, I can look at the actual quality of the print. So 0.16, for example, being normal quality, and this being the highest possible quality, and as quality declines, as this number increases till over here, where we're at draft quality. As for infill, this is the amount of plastic that is inside of the walls of the model. So this could be anything from nothing to 100%, depending on you, your use case, and your model. Sometimes on Thingiverse, they actually specify a recommended amount of infill and a recommended build quality in this sort of way. Once you're ready to proceed, you can simply wait for slicing to complete. So right now, I'm waiting for the slicing to complete right here. Okay, now slicing is finally complete, and I'm ready to export this as a G-code file. So right now it says over here, save as TFT file, and right now I have attached a removable drive, a USB stick, to my device. So I'm going to click on this arrow button and then click on Save to Removable Drive. And then I'm going to click on this Save button. So right now it's saving to my drive. And once I'm complete, I'm simply going to eject this. And now I'm going to plug this into my 3D printer and we're done. Take a look at this. The 3D model is finally finished. It's been printed out and it looks pretty beautiful. Very detailed, very nice. And along with this actual Tower of Pisa, like I showed you earlier in the slicer, we've also got a base and a screw, and all we've got to do now is just assemble. So I'm just going to slide the screw into the base. So it's really nice that all of these resources are publicly available to us for free. So people like me who don't know how to create a model like this in such detail are still able to print it out and have access to it. So now the screw has been put into the base, and I can just put this tower into the base. Like this. Here we go. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. So that was it for this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.